we're on our way to the next place and we saw a sign to come here. Kirkmadrine Stones, or Kirkmadrine Stones. Looks like it might be a bit of an interesting place to tell you about. A bit more of a trek than we expected. It gives these two a chance for a run. You might just be able to make it out there through the trees. Quite spooky in the mist. This is what we've come to look at. He's particularly interested in that. These tall Latin inscribed stones, left, right and far right, were carved by some of Scotland's first Christians. At this thriving centre of learning, all three stones feature a rare and powerful symbol, the Cairo cross, CHI-RHO cross, originally a secret code among early Christians. It's formed using an X and a P, the first two letters of XPIE, the Greek word for Christ. The stone on the left, I don't know how clearly you can see that, to be honest, is the earliest. Its Latin inscription commemorates two holy and outstanding priests, Viventius and Mavorius. They were probably bishops based at monasteries like the one that may have flourished here. So that's a tall stone. The window's a bit steamed up, unfortunately. And the middle stone on the right stands one of the earlier Latin inscribed stones. The inscription beneath the Cairo commemorates two people, possibly bishops. One of the names is lost, but Florentius is still clear. And sometime in the early 600s, there was a shift in power from Kirkmadrine to the nearby monastery of Whithorn across the bay. However, later stones nearest the front of this display prove that this remained an important place. Powerful patrons between the 800s and the 1100s, Gaelic speakers with Norse ancestry known as Gal Gadael, foreign Gaels, emerged as rulers of this area, and their arrival may have coincided with the Norse expulsion from Dublin in 902. These were high status benefactors who rebuilt the church here and commissioned the sculpture you see below. The name Kirkmadrine also dates from this period. Kirk comes from the Scandinavian Kirkia, meaning church, whilst the second part of the word commemorates an unknown saint. The name construction is unique to this area and implies that the Gael Gadael were Gaelic speakers using a Norse dialect. I'd say, sadly, it's not clearer, but they're quite substantial stones, aren't they? It's saying some of the stones have distinctive designs. Carvers have decorated it with multiple crosses and circular boss shapes. Also weaving interlaced pattern at the top, symbolising eternity. And it could possibly have laid flat on a grave. Fascinating. I'm glad we followed the sign. Okay, let's read you the information I got. The three oldest memorials, known as Kirkmadrine 1, 2 and 3, probably date from the AD 500s. They have Latin inscriptions and Greek Cairo crosses. and they commemorate priests. Kirkmadrine 1 reads, "Here lie the holy and chief priests, Ides, Viventius and Mavorius." Kirkmadrine 2 commemorates someone named Florentius, and Kirkmadrine 3 alludes to the Book of Revelation, the beginning and the end. It may not have been a burial marker, and may instead have been located in a liturgical context in the church. The three are directly associated with the churchyard and stood in the burial ground until the 1840s. They're three of the oldest Christian memorials in Scotland. The oldest being the Latinus stone at Whithorn. And as we always say, although we're following a route, as kind of, it's always nice when you see a sign and think, I wonder what's there. This being one such place. Interesting little detour.
It was. Just need to turn round now.
Bit of the with front wheel drive. Bit of the glass wasn't a bit clear in there, but we saw a bit of it. Just over the hill over there is the village of Port Logan, which unfortunately we've not got time to visit. We're beginning to run a little short of time. But what I'd tell you, because we've talked about a few air crashes in this series, on 27th of July 1944, two Douglas C-47 Skytrains of the United States Army Air Forces were on a flight from Fulton to a stop at Prestwick before flying on to the United States. The flight was transporting wounded soldiers. The flight encountered bad weather, and the pilot of one of the planes tried to gain altitude to clear the cliffs. The C-47 sadly crashed into the cliffside at Port Logan, where all 22 passengers and crew died. As I say, we've not got time to get up there today because we're beginning to get towards the last few days, and we've got a lot we want to try and fit in to have a look at as well. But seeing that we, as I say, we'd covered a few air crashes, and we might still have one more to tell you about, we thought we'd stop and just say about it. And the Pampas Grass Tour of Scotland continues.
Bucky Knoll.
Really?
Yes.
Is that appropriate? Are they all at it in Scotland, do you think?
I think there must be. Oh, what else to do? Murky evenings.
It's certainly going to be one of those tonight.
And more.
It's absolutely everywhere. I hope you weren't expecting us to show you scenery at our next stop, because I don't think we are going to be able to. Them two are admiring the view. Oh, there's a door up and down there, Keith. Needs a roof. Island right out there, and not Ireland, an island right out there in the distance.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
Yeah. Bit of tarp over the top, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But first, a coffee.
So this is the Mull of Galloway. It's the most southerly point in Scotland, although I thought that was claimed by...
Well, yes, where we were earlier. That said one of the most.
Right.
This is the most.
So the lighthouse was built in 1830 by Robert Stevenson. It's 85 feet high and the light is 325 feet above sea level and has a range of 28 nautical miles. That's quite a bit, isn't it?
It is.
It's now automated, unfortunately, so there's no lighthouse keepers having to climb the steps. So we've got a Galloway. We are latitude and longitude, but south is that way, and over to that sort of direction is North Wales. Over to the other side is Ireland. Where else? Mountains, County Downs that way. Belfast that way. So we'll keep going round, and we've got north Galloway Hills and things like that. So all pointed out. There's a signpost here. Edinburgh's 113 miles, London's 293. John O'Groats, which is where we were on the NC 500, is 285 miles. The Isle of Man, Douglas, is 37. Land's End, 318. And Senegal, the home of the Gannet's winter home, 2,800 miles.
And Belfast, 42.
So it's quite close to one or two places, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a lot of water in between.
Yeah. Pardon?
Bet we won't see the Northern Lights tonight.
No.
Behind the lighthouse.
I do like lighthouses. The magic of the Mull photo exhibition. These are lovely. Mull Lighthouse of the Milky Way. Visited a few lighthouses in the past, haven't we?
We have. And there's the Foghorn.
Keith was just saying there's a walk around called Foghorn Walk.
Yeah.
But I read before that the Foghorn is now decommissioned. So we won't be hearing that. Oh. Which we might have done tonight with it being so misty. If we are staying here, we're not sure yet. I like that one. Lots of photos.
Ah.
Sorry. You're alright.
Sorry about that.
No, it's alright. There's that island we pointed out before. Sorry for disturbing you.
That he had had his mother or father speak about such a thing as this book been right there. the ferry trip.
Yeah.
But we tried, well, Mrs. Margaret,
So there are numerous
she
wrecks
tried
around
going
this
down
area.
it, but
Beneath the
didn't
waves,
allow
numerous
me
wrecks, and a stark reminder that this could be a deadly stretch of water. Names a few of them: the SS Batherai, MV Craignaanlet, SS Camlock, PS Orion, Daily Mail, Fair Ellen, SS Ben May.
There's the SS Camlock, 1932.
There's still remains of the wrecks. During the First World War, this area saw many attacks on Allied ships by German U-boats. Notable losses include the SS Maine, a Cardiff-built coal steamer of 715 tons. She was caught in U-boat gunfire and sunk on the 9th of October 1917. 1.5 miles east of Drummore, resulting in 12 casualties. And then just months later, on 21st of February 1918, SS Rio Verde, a cargo ship, was torpedoed by a U-boat 4 miles west of Cramock Head. 20 men were lost. SS Maine was salvaged and returned to service in 1922. But many other wartime wrecks still lie in deep water close to the Mull of Galloway shore. During the Second World War, the seas became background for battle once more with the installation of the naval base at Cairnryan. And on a lighter note, after Navy ship USS Pollux II ran aground off Port and Corkery, or Barden Corkery as it is known, in December 1942, and after a crew was safely rescued, locals found supplies of Lucky Strike cigarettes and cans of beer washing up on the beaches. The local Coast Guard and farmer at Slock Mill, Mr. McClymont, was given ammunition to discourage people looting her cargo. But even he admitted to having stashed away over 10,000 cigarettes. Rumour has it that the local school had to close for several weeks due to pupils being drunk.
Well, there was a film, wasn't there, about a shipwreck and the villagers ransacked all the...
There was, yeah. Oh, that's old black and white film,
yeah,
isn't
an old
it?
black and white film.
This is a porthole left over from the SS Ender. This solid brass porthole was taken from her steel hull at the bottom of the sea in 1975 by a diver from Cheshire, Alan Parry. He kept it in his house for several years but decided in 2014 to donate it to the museum.
And there's the end that runs aground.
Each day, an hour or so after high tide, you can witness the sea swirling into a maelstrom known locally as the Nine Tides. Old legends say the tides were brought on by 9 witches who knitted a spell in order to sink a ship and drown the witch finder on board. A good few years ago, there was an aircraft that crashed into the lighthouse. I've printed information out about it, but there is an information board we've seen as well, so we'll see. We'll
Compare notes.
Keith will tell you what I've written down.
On the 8th of June 1944, at 7:30 p.m, a French member of the British Air Force, the British Transport Auxiliary, Claudius...
And you get his name wrong.
Escalier,
Something like that.
died after striking the lighthouse in a Bristol Beaufighter, a maritime strike ground attack aircraft. At the time, he was attempting a low landfall flight. Don't know what one of those is, though.
No, I don't.
Perhaps this thing will
Tell us more.
tell us more.
And that's the last plane crash we're going to tell you about in this series. Actually, I might have lied when we say about the last plane crash. We might be revisiting a plane crash we've already talked about in this series. We're hoping to anyway, later on. In a couple of videos' time, 3 videos' time, maybe 4 videos' time. There is more information than I knew. I thought he was alone. French pilot Claudius Chalier was flying the plane, and flight engineer Royston Edwin Staniford was his passenger. Both were killed as the plane hit the boundary wall, then hit the roof of the stores building, now the RSPB Scotland Visitor Centre, and then over the high cliffs and into the sea. Claudius was born on 24th of May 1911 and flew his first aircraft at the age of 14 at Villefranche Airfield in east central France. In 1939 he went into the army and came to the UK as one of 5 French nationals serving with Air Transport Auxiliary. Royston Edward Staniford and his wife Frida lived in Streatham at the time. It's unclear why Royston was travelling in the Beaufighter on that flight as a flight engineer. It was not required for that type of aircraft. There's the aircraft. Well, this is the cafe, and we've got a bit of information about this as well, haven't you, Keith?
Have I?
You have.
Oh, I have. The cafe was built in 2004, and its design incorporates... Who wrote this? And the design incorporates into the landscape with a turf roof.
Yeah.
Incorporates into.
Well, that's what it said. I copied and pasted.
Giving views across to Northern Ireland and the Isle of Man on clear days.
On a clear day. And it's open till 5 p.m. And it opens at 10 a.m. And we are staying here tonight because we're allowed. Not in the cafe, but they are closed on Fridays. Lemon meringue for Keith. Chocolate crunchy cheesecake for me, with coffees. Now, can you get a better view than that while you're eating cheesecake or lemon meringue pie? If you can, you better tell us where, because we're going to have to go there. And we did so well that first week, not having cakes all the time. Didn't we?
We did.
But then this second week, well, it's all gone to pot, really. And it's a bit tasty. I know you're desperate to try some. There you go. Hurry up. It's a nice one, try a bit. Right. I might have to start making cheesecakes again. I thought it was just going to be a bit of crunchy stuck in it, but the base is made with crunchy as well.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, that's very nice. Lincoln, let you finish that. So is this. You didn't share anything. I shared mine. You just think, well, I'm getting fat, did you?
No.
It's fascinating, isn't it, really? So much of the earth is covered by water.
Mm.
And you look at it like that and you just see how even this little bit is so vast. Mm. So what's this one now? This the Atlantic again, or
Irish.
Irish Sea, this one. When does a sea become an ocean? Is it a size thing, or?
I assume so. I don't know. You have South China Sea is pretty big. Then you've got the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. Don't think there's any other oceans, are there?
Pacific, Atlantic,
Arctic Ocean.
Arctic, yeah. Antarctic, is that an ocean? I don't know. Answers below, please. If you know what the difference is between a sea and an ocean, please tell us. Saves us Googling it. That's your homework. Bit of a warning for you here. We're going over the edge. Made you jump. I was just saying to Keith, I wouldn't have liked to have been the builder who was building these railings. I hope they had a good head for heights. Have you ever seen the movie, The Fog? When it rolls in. I'm not sure how clear that will be, but there's fog rolling in, isn't there? And it's quite creepy the way it's doing it. The lighthouse has just cleared a little bit again. And we just walked back up to the van. We couldn't see it. And Keith's pretty sure that he saw it flash.
Yeah, I did see a light up there.
Perhaps they were just lighting a candle.
Perhaps they are trimming the wick.
That's literally a minute after I last spoke, saying the lighthouse is in view again. It's gone again. We're just double checking that there's no signs to say no overnight parking, and we can't see anything. Keith's just seen a plaque. In memory of David Little, ice cream van. Many happy days spent here. So this must have been his spot.
Where he's parked.
So this is us for the night. Over there in the mist. All we need now is a howling wind and driving rain, and it'll be even more perfect than it is just spending the time with you. Well, it didn't sound like he was convinced. I know it's not very nice to criticise people, but oh dear. You might as well have a caravan. If you panic about being so level, you've got a motorhome that's got jacks at the front and the back to make sure it's perfectly level. Just tow a caravan and go to a site. You can hear the sea, can't you now? We're having a very unusual tea tonight. Corned beef, salad and cheese and onion crisp butties. Because we've eaten far too much sweet today. You've got to squash it, haven't you, when you're having crisp butties? So that's tea with not much of a view. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, please do comment and we'll reply to you as soon as we can. The lighthouse is flashing. It's cleared a bit, there's not as much mist. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. P.S. This is later on. It is now 20 to 9. You can hear our heater blowing. Good night. This is Port Patrick. And before Stranraer became the main ferry port for travel to Northern Ireland, Port Patrick was the main route which was used from the 1600s to the mid-19th century.